We are live. Just give me 1 second. So, we kind of have like a new thing going on. 1 second, I need to change something. This is our new setup. I have actually added a top bar. I added a webcam place. And I've also added some additional scenes to go ahead and try to make my thing a little bit more appealing, look a little bit more professional, I guess, to the audience. So this is something that I've been actually sitting on this type of thing for a while. I just never actually bothered to do it. I didn't really think it was necessary, but if it could help me grow, then by all means, I could just go ahead and do it. I guess I was a very stubborn person in nature, so I just don't really think it was completely necessary, but I will see if this helps me anyway. I did want to point out that I didn't notice this before, and it's probably going to be the same for all seasons, but the world map changed because we're in fall. So that's kind of cool. So, for right now, I'm basically just going to play normally, and we're just gonna try to make some more progress with getting like the 2 remaining achievements in the game. I am gonna try and go for specific books for the reading all books achievement. That's one thing we're gonna try and do. I also wanted to go ahead and try and like focus on crafting a anvil. I want to check to see if I have any Omni Geodes in my chest. I don't need this anymore. We can just sell this. Oh, well, keep one just in case. Actually, they may ask for purple mushrooms again. We'll keep that actually. Gotta have Omni Geodes. Something that I actually started doing recently is I was kind of like in the mind to actually watch the classic Doctor Who series. In 1 second. Yes, that's some audio. I was actually I kind of wanted to watch like the classic Doctor Who series, and I actually found a site. You don't have any Omni Geodes. I actually found a site online that seemed to have every single episode in the classic series, including the lost ones. The lost episodes are actually listed, and I actually was kind of encouraged to watch that series like from the beginning, and if it has like the last episode, great. But if not, then I'll just have to just like get a little bit creative. I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who. I just really like some of the more recent stuff. I kind of stopped watching Jodie Whittaker's last season called The Flux. I just watched the first episode of it and I just stopped watching. Apparently it got really good again after that season with the Kuta something, I can't remember what the guy's name is, as the 15th Doctor and David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. Apparently the series actually got good again. So I should really like go ahead and try and watch that again. I think I may actually find myself enjoying this game. I think I may actually find myself enjoying this series again. another if I'm actually able to watch the lost episodes. Let me actually just go ahead and check something. I need to check to see where Omni Geos can be found. Currently, they can be purchased from the Oasis on Wednesday for gold. Alright. Guess we're waiting until Wednesday. This is like an easy way. I got more than enough gold. So I guess what I can do instead is just do our normal round, see if we can get any, the trees are planted. See if we can get any, moss. One thing I do want to create, I don't know if I have it. Is a anvil. I can't remember if I have that or not. I don't think I do. It's go down to let's go down to our house and let's not go down to our house, it's go down to the mastery thing and see if we can find it. I did want to address something, with people who may be paying attention to the new top bar that I added. First of all, it was kind of a pain for me to set that up because I had to like go through stream elements to create it. The top bar itself was already created, but I had to like figure out how to just have text on it. But I was gonna say, you may notice if you look at the section to the right of my profile picture, where it says new agent. The subscriber thing, subscriber tiers are kind of named after the fictional group of the hide agency that I created in my novel project. So it's just a way of me like implementing like aspects of my story into my channel. But basically, I think the way I have it set up is there are 3 tiers of subscriber tiers. The first one is A-class agent, second one is S-class agent, and the third one is Soldier of God, which is the highest hide agent that someone could get to. And I have no control over how much these subscriptions cost. But as of right now, I'm not really making anything from Twitch, because of the fact that I don't really have that many viewers to watch the ads for ad revenue. So if you want to support me, want to support like what I do on this channel, as much as it kind of hurts me to say this, the best, if you really want to help me out, subscribing to my channel would help me a lot more than trying to earn like money legitimately from Twitch's ad revenue. And it's just really kind of hurts me to say that because it kind of sounds like I'm just begging or whatever, but just especially like right now, like money has been really tight. It's so broke I can't afford anything. So any little bit of help would be appreciated. And again, like, it really hurts me to just say that, but it just kind of sounds like I'm begging, but I just want to put that out there. The option is there should you want to take it. And again, I have no control over the price of the subscription tiers, and I was actually looking into it, and apparently I don't even have control over someone's thing. So if someone subscribes to my channel and they want to unsubscribe, they have to go through Twitch themselves, as I do not have control over their subscription tiers. I don't know if I can even see you subscribe to me. So that's something that you should be aware of, is subscriptions on Twitch are run, essentially monitored by Twitch itself, and not controlled by the streamer himself or herself. Themself would be better. I should also mention early on to the stream, before I get too far along and forget, this Thursday is Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be gone all day. I'm gonna be at my grandmother's house to celebrate, have Thanksgiving dinner. And next Thursday, I'm gonna be out of state. I'm gonna be traveling in Oregon with my dad. In fact, Thursday we will be coming back from Oregon. But I probably won't be able to stream that day, so unfortunately, those days, so unfortunately, we will have to, I do have to cancel those streams. Just realized I went to check the mastery thing and I completely forgot what I was doing because I got so distracted by the trees. Before we go check on that, and hopefully I won't forget, we want to get stream by the sewer, see if we can get any moss from any fiber from the plants here. We're kind of progressing as normally as right now. I am not like looking to like making any major progress. I just want to go ahead and try and get this I just want to go ahead and get this make some a little bit more progress than a little bit more progress than today. Something that as I mentioned like early on the stream, I actually started rewatching like the classic Doctor Who things. I've been kind of really interested to see what the original series is like. I think that I may enjoy all of it. There's just like one thing that I don't think that I would particularly like, mainly because of the reputation it has, and that's Colin Baker's tenure as a Sixth Doctor. I saw clips of him. He's definitely one of the more controversial characters. But I'm hoping that I can still find something to enjoy about that series. It's 26 seasons in the classic Doctor Who. Oh, is it this? Yeah, wait, no. Yes, it's this one. So we need a mini forge for that. So it's a combat thing that we need to get next. Something that I really one thing I really need to do is I really need to get a hold of a countdown timer. Trying to figure out how to get a hold of one. And I may hire one of my artists to do that for. And I'm definitely gonna have to wait until I get paid for that, but that is something that I need to do. Because I think having a countdown timer would really be helpful for my channel. I completely lost my train of thought. It's this one that I was looking for. Go to sleep. Really wish he had something more to drink than water and soda. Guess we have milk, but oh, I forgot that radioactive ore. I think today we're gonna spend the day fishing. Just trying to get some more levels for mastery. Somewhere in one of my chests is radioactive ore. I need to find it. I know I have some. Unless I use it all. Green goods. Unless I use it all. Can just put it in here. One thing that I am just kind of expand on my rewatching of Doctor Who. One thing I am kind of interested in is I never actually fully experienced Patrick Troughton's the second Doctor era Doctor Who. I skipped his entirely because so many of his episodes were lost. And if I can actually watch his series, then I'm hoping that I can really find some, can really enjoy it, because apparently, like, the change in direction from William Hartnell's version of the Doctor and Patrick Troughton's version of the Doctor is completely different. And in the original series, the Doctor was kind of more described as a scientific wanderer. He was not really interested in, like, saving worlds or whatever. It's not like that heroic. It was just there by happenstance. More there as like a scientific curiosity. But it's really like this from the second Doctor on where he started to kind of have a more heroic role. And I never really experienced, like, John Pertwee's Doctor was kind of my first experience of a Doctor of that role, but apparently Patrick Troughton was like the first one to have that thing, so I'm really excited at the possibility of seeing that. I should also mention this will not be a full 4-hour live stream. I actually have to leave at 4:45 to go pick up coffee with my dad. And I'm probably gonna be in the stream at 4:30. It's currently 1:21 right now. Should also mention another one of the changes I made for this channel is I have actually implemented subscriber alerts and redesigned subscriber alerts and redesigned donation alerts, like for bits and that type of thing. I implemented custom alerts for that actually reference characters from my novel project. The subscriber alert is based off of Charlotte Matthews, who is gonna be the main protagonist of the second trilogy. And she is kind of my experiment with writing a strong female character that I noticed a lot of people kind of struggle with. And she was kind of created at a point in my life where I was kind of noticing like a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows generally typically struggle with writing female characters to the point where they create essentially what people call a Mary Sue. And I never really understood why people were really struggling with that. It was almost like they were afraid of having their female characters like encounter any hardship or anything, like anything bad happen to them. And that's kind of like the thing with writing characters in general is you have to have the hardship. You have to be able to put your character in a hard position so that they could learn from it and improve it and grow as a character. And there are some movies out there, some TV shows, some books where the authors are afraid to put their characters in that position. And that is something that I am trying to do with my series. I'm trying to show essentially people who are writers, people who are fans of stories like myself, that you can make a strong female character and it can work in a story setting. So that's been Charlotte Matthews really my experiment at writing a strong female character that I noticed a lot of people were struggling with. Use an example, MCU was especially bad with this. The She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Echo, like all those like TV shows with a strong female lead are essentially what people attribute to as Mary Sue's. And I did kind of want to challenge that. I didn't want to show people how writing a strong female character could be, because it's essentially the same process as writing a strong male character. It's just some people forget that. And it's also kind of interesting because Charlotte Matthews, her fighting style in my story, she is a boxer. She fights with her fists, and she's generally like has a short fuse. She is more inclined to like give into anger and just start fights than she is to just kind of have like a calm discussion with others. Like if you say something that piss you off, like she's really likely to punch you in the face. But she's also gonna be someone that kind of gets beat up a lot because she's a boxer. She's fighting demons. Demons aren't afraid to fight back, and she's really gonna be essentially an interesting character for me to write. And I think that she will possibly be like a very enjoyable character as well. My donation thing is going to be based off my third, another protagonist who's going to be the star of the third trilogy, named Jean-Michel Devereaux, who is a French Templar who fought in the Crusades. And he is also going to be kind of an interesting character where he's actually is the one that holds the title of Soldier of God. And he is labeled as the strongest at the Hyde Agency, but he kind of has his own flaws. He is kind of struggles with regret and the concept of forgiveness, where he felt like that things he did when he was alive was just so bad and unforgivable that even though he died living in regret and he didn't actually what really hated that he was kind of forced to do the things he did in the Crusades. He and he was allowed in heaven because of he was so regretful. He doesn't think that he deserves to be in heaven. A large part of his journey is him learning to be able to forgive himself and move on, which can be a very difficult thing for some people to experience. And that's what his essential character arc is going to be focused on. This kind of was introduced, will be introduced in book 2. And if you read my master's project that is published on Scholar Works through Chico State, University of California State University, Chico, you actually see him in that story. He makes his first debut in book 2, but he won't be the main character until the 7th book in the series, which will be the start of the 3rd trilogy. I am still redesigned follow alert is still the same as my old one and is currently being redesigned. It's also going to be focused on the characters. Actually going to be focused on my main character, the first trilogy, named Alec Lowe. Alec is someone who was described as being prideful and arrogant of his abilities. He believed that he was the best of his of the High Agency, and his major character arc in book 1 was him learning to overcome his pride, for him to admit that he's not as strong as he's been led to believe, and that he does have room to grow. And book 2 is essentially him learning essentially what he wants to be instead, like what he wants his goal to be and how he wants to achieve it. And book 3 will be the conclusion of his character, where he essentially achieves what he wants to do and is on the path to essentially growing to be like a very influential character by the end of the series. Honestly, like, his character was something I kind of struggled with in the beginning. He was actually initially designed to be a Wild West sheriff, but while writing Western characters is actually very difficult to do in literature, because you have to like get the accents right, you have to get the mannerisms right, and they're very complex characters to write. I do not envy those writers who actually focus on writing Western genres, but I could not do it. I watched a few Western movies. I watched The Outlaw Josie Wales, and I watched another Western. I can't remember what it was, and I didn't think that would be able to like get the mannerisms right. So instead, I had Alec Lowe be essentially living in a different time. He was primarily like a detective at the LAPD during the 1920s, and he left the force about 20 years later. But just having him in a more modern setting just kind of made it easier for me to write him. But I still kind of kept his base design the same from when it was initially designed to be a Western sheriff. I honestly have no idea if these overlays will help me in any way. I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping it will at least like make my stream look a little bit more professional, but I honestly don't know. Like, it could help me, it could not. I just don't know. My issue is I'm streaming in categories that are not as popular, with the exception being Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is still a popular category, but mostly streaming categories that aren't popular. And I get the feeling that people that the issue may still be me not having that many viewers because people don't come in and watch categories that aren't trending. Like an example is a series that recently put on hiatus, Sims 3 Pets, has, I think it has like 2 followers or something. It's like a very unpopular category. And that's kind of one of those series where I just don't really get that much viewers. And there's a lot of series, a lot of games that I cover on my channel that are like that. There's like a balancing act I guess need to do. I need to lean back, my back is hurting. There are 4 books that we have yet to read. One of them is by chopping down trees. It's randomly gained by chopping down trees. The other one is opening treasure troves. And the third one is by cracking mystery things. A mystery box, whatever it's called. And I wanted to get a couple of stockpiled, and I think I did save some. Or I didn't. But we need, I want to get like a hold of them, and I'm probably gonna soft reset and just smash them with an anvil when I wake up. And if I don't get the book, then I'll just reset and try again. They are random. You won't get the same thing on every single smash. But I'm hoping that by doing that, I'll be able to get that. I'm going to do the same for all the books. There's only one book that we can't get via farming. And that book is obtained as a reward for a festival in winter. So it is a 20-second when the bookseller comes in. Every single time we go to the bookseller, like the last couple times I went to him, he hasn't actually given us anything new. So I'm hoping he'll actually have something for us this time around. Thing is, like, his skill books aren't even that helpful to us because of the fact that we essentially got our skill maxed out. This is actually a very good place to get fiber. And bug guts as well if I need it. I don't think I will. So we got 16 fiber from that haul. Just getting rid of everything we don't need. Let's go back to the beach and fish again. Want to check something? I just had an ID license to help my artists out. Alright. I really wish that technology were so advanced that I could literally just transmit my thoughts into my ideal vision of what my character looks like to artists so they will try and recreate what I'm imagining. Because 2 out of 3 of these character designs for my alerts look really good. It's just one that looks off, and it's my main character of the first trilogy. And I want these alerts to leave like a good impression. And 2 of them look really good, as I said, but one of them still looks off. And I was trying to like send her a message to try and like help her out with the design. And the issue that I have with the design of the thing is the lips look weird. It looks like he has like lipstick on. It looks like he has like too much hair on the top of his head and it's just like combed weird. Alec Lowe is essentially a character with short black hair, but the black hair is combed to the side. Like the top of the hair is literally just combed from right to left. and it's just a simple comb over. But he's just actually, he kind of looks nerdy, I guess you could say. He kind of looks like a nerd, but it's a simple comb over. And the other thing that I had a problem with the face of the thing that the alert was the jawline looked really bony. It looked like it was emaciated. It looked weird. So. Alright. Sorry about that. That's actually a very good item. I'll get rid of rubies. Trying to like do a couple things at once right now. Alright, I need to get rid of some stuff. Guess we can get rid of algae soup and bug guts. I really hate it when I get calls or text messages when I'm streaming. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at the right side of that right line of that light post I'm standing next to, and I thought that was an exclamation mark. I really hate it when I get calls or text messages while I'm streaming, because I like to be able to just focus entirely on the game, but when people are texting me, it's like my biggest pet peeve. It is possible I may adjust the top bar slightly. I may raise it, or I may like reduce the size of it. Because I do notice it is blocking something in the upper right hand corner of the screen. It is blocking like the menu. But it doesn't really block the whole thing, and all the relevant information is further down, so I may leave it as is. We'll see. Something I need to look into, I have like an ending soon screen, or stream offline I should say, which tells you that the stream is offline. It's kind of self-explanatory. But I need to figure out like how to implement that, because when I end the stream, when I hit like the end stream button on my stream deck, it will end the stream, so people watching will be able to know like when the stream is over. I don't really know of a good opportunity to actually use that. I'm actually probably gonna end the stream in another hour, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. Uh, I do need to like make a couple things clear to my artist. Just I also want to apologize in case I was being difficult. But like her other two things she did designs for the subscriber alert and the donation alert look really good. It's just like the first thing that isn't quite right. You know, it's kind of hoping that it'll be polished over when the first alert was done, but it did not look like it was the case. This is a project that has been ongoing for a couple months. It's a huge project. She essentially had to make the designs from scratch. And she had to start with essentially concept art of these characters, so she knows what the characters will look like. The thing is, the characters that she is creating are based off of characters from my book, and I want them to be reflective off of characters that could exist in real life. And again, the second two things look really good. Like, it looks realistic, I guess you could say. It's still like an animation, still a cartoon, but it looks good. But it's just like the first one that's been kind of problems. Just go back. Really like this crown on my head. The 999 sap. The hiccups now. We are just about to breach 200. Something I will say is, going back to Doctor Who, I'm sorry, it's just been kind of like an obsession for me lately. Uh, the first time that I experienced Hartnell season was through the seasons on, wrong thing. Was through the seasons on, found on, Amazon Prime Video. And in that series, you actually, voice crack. You don't actually start with the first ever series because that was actually labeled as a lost episode. And I had to watch it through like a really bad version of it. I guess it's like good in comparison to others I've seen. But basically, in most cases, the video was lost for these lost episodes, but the audio was saved. So my first experience with the first story arc of Doctor Who, the first ever story arc of Doctor Who, I was watching a animation, not really animation, but like I was listening to the audio, but every single time a character would speak, it would freeze frame on a character that is speaking. So, for example, if the Doctor says something in the script, the video would freeze frame on the Doctor as if he was speaking. And this is kind of like a common thing you can see like in a lot of reconstructed episodes for classic Doctor Who things. But as I said, like it's not the worst version I've seen. I've seen you can still like see like the whole story. What is really bad is looking around for reading this right now and I can't find it. I know I haven't. What is really bad is the animations, like the actual like 3D animations people made based off of those episodes. Which they still use the audio, but it doesn't really look as good. I know for a fact I have iron. There's some. Do I seriously not have any more iron ingots? I guess not. I guess I am almost out of iron. Oh well, you can make more. Realized today is harvest day because I changed the thing. So nice that I have an iridium, not iridium hoe, iridium scythe. Makes harvesting these just so much better. Why wasn't this in the game before? That's what I want to know. Okay, let's go ahead and put it all up. Let's go to the other one. 56. That is Luffy's number. Monkey D. Luffy's number. That number is attributed to Monkey D. Luffy, by the way, because it's essentially translates to Go Moo. And the Japanese thing. I can't remember what thing they base it off of, but like 5 and 6 somehow translate to Gomu, which is the name of fruit. Now it's the Nika fruit. Which is kind of funny because I remember like hearing some criticism of that name, Nika. There's a lot of people think it's like it's very similar to the racial slur, I guess you could say. It's kind of like a variation of a racial slur, which I'm just gonna leave it blank as to what that is, but people watching this may already know. I remember like hearing some people say, "Oh, well, that's like a horrible name. It sounds so stupid." Like, but it's something you just kind of grow to like, kind of grow to get used to. You fucking suck. We're gonna destroy some of our farm. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Hope that's enough. We can get the broccoli easy. It's a pumpkin that's going to be a problem. They mean to buy 19. Because the this pumpkin takes 13 days to grow. Don't have like any speed grow fertilizer. I think I have a few, but not enough for dried pumpkins. So we have to grow it in the greenhouse. Oh, I miscounted. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I should have gotten rid of that. Now I need to do the block of shame. I had the right number the first time, I just miscounted. Miscounted by 4. Actually, I miscounted by 1. I can do math. Math is probably my worst subject. I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. I am just fucking horrible at math. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get this done. Nothing bad will happen if you take too long. I should stay the same. I don't know if I ever got anything good from this. We're getting copper. Got 27 copper ore, is that right? Or do we have some in our inventory before? Do what the bookseller asked today. You should probably get a stock plus of pumpkins just in case there's somehow not enough. It should be. It's best to take precautions. My back is really hurting right now. Like, I'm leaning back in my chair. It's still getting stiff. Here it's not open yet, so we're just going to the bookseller first. I'm hoping he has something new for us. Oh, there's actually... What's a book for chopping down trees again? Woody's secret. Don't have anything for us. That's unfortunate. Oh, I must have bought that. That was one I didn't have. So, Friendship 101, I was just looking at this, and it's one I thought I actually didn't have. You actually get this as a reward from the prize machine, and, up here, Lewis's house. Just gonna get 50, just a nice round number. Just in case we needed it. I need to verify. I think it said it needed juice. Broccoli juice. Yeah. I'm gonna miss something. We're not gonna sell the remainder of the broccoli, just in case we need it. Okay, it's not Wednesday yet, so we can only go to the Oasis. That's what we can do. Is I just do a normal rounds. See if we can, still want to try and get a hold of some, called fiber. The sewers. kind of funny. Like I think I mentioned like earlier on the stream, like how much I kind of struggled with getting the top bar set up. It is not as simple to find information as you would think. Like I went through like 3 different, maybe like 5 different videos, and they're all just telling you how to get follower notifications set up, which I already knew. Like I can set those up, no problem. I did it a couple times before. But what I needed help with was trying to figure out how to get uh how to specifically set up a top bar. And setting it up, like having it stream, is not the hard part that I was struggling with. I was able to do that just fine. What I was struggling with was actually trying to get it so that it displays recent followers, and that's the thing that I was kind of struggling with. Because I think it was just based on how I was wording it, but because of how I was wording it, it was like all the results that I was getting was telling me how to set up follower notifications. I already did. Apparently what I needed to ask was how to set up latest followers as notifications as a label. And that's what I was trying to figure out. And thanks to this one YouTuber whose name escapes me, I was actually able to figure that out, and I did have to create it with stream elements using the top bar that I got from my old artist as a base. It really honestly kind of hurts me that I just had like a falling out with this artist, and it's really kind of unfortunate. For those unaware, I hired her to create the cover art for my book. And I turned her to like create like environmental pieces of like cities and stuff related to my project. And something weird kept on happening where the city designs that she made like for some of the cities in my story looks really good. But then when I asked her to do something specific, it just looked amateurish. It's like the best way that I could describe. And I realize now that she was using AI to create the cities, and when she was using things by her own hand, it looked bad in comparison. And this was kind of made apparent when I had her hire the artwork, do the artwork, and it looked like something was seen on a kid's book, and it was just ultimately disappointing to me, and I had to like fire her and like go with someone else. And she did not take this well. I gave her like 3 or 4 chances to try and like get it right, and she failed every time. And I had to fire her. I did what I thought I had to do, and I went with someone else, and I think it worked well for me. And that should have been the end of it. That really should have been the end of it. But then a couple months later, she approached me using a fake name, and she tried to present herself as an artist, as a new artist. And she kind of planted a seed of doubt in my head by implying that my old artist's work was done by AI. And it made me think that I could not trust my other artists that I had a good rapport with. And she made me think that they couldn't be trusted. And, like, only she could make, like, quality artwork. And this kind of caused my mental health to just go all over the place, where I was actually attacked my actual artists because I thought that they were manipulating me and using AI. And then when my artist that I have really good relationship with now, when she asked me if she kind of made me realize that maybe like she's the one that's not really who she says she is, and like so many things just started clicking in my head. And I told her, I ended up like going to her and I said, I'm not going to work with you anymore. I'm going to remain loyal to my other two artists. And when she asked why, I told her my thoughts. I told her how I suspected that she may be the artist I had parted ways with, and I didn't want to work with her again. And then she fucking lost her mind. She not only knew my old artist's name, even though I never mentioned it to her, but she also knew my current artist name, and she knew confidential and private information that she should not have known, because it was just all stuff talked in a private Discord conversation, talked about in a private Discord conversation. So I don't know if she hacked my account or whatever, but something happened. Like she got a hold of confidential information and she used it against me. And I was kind of not ready yet. I was kind of I guess vindicated. I realized that I was right to trust my new artist and that I was wrong to put my faith into someone I didn't really know. And it kind of made me realize that I shouldn't have been so easily manipulated and deceived. It also kind of made me learn that not everyone has your best interests at heart, and need to be careful about who you work with, because some people are just manipulative in nature. And I'm not gonna go ahead and like disclose like who this person was, because I don't want to like draw like any attention to her. But it kind of made me realize that not everyone is necessarily a good person, I guess I'd say. Five acorn, 5 maple seeds, 5 pine cones, 5 mahogany. Thought I saw it for a second there. Just want to see if I saved anything. I don't think I did. Stop. I sold all my seeds. Well, I have 2 maple seeds. What does the statue, I need a statue of blessings again? Once we get the sap, we're good. Here. was really just checking many of those trees had moss on it. Oh right, I don't even need to go here anymore, do I? Because I got the sap, the fiber. Currently about 6,000, almost 6,500 to 25,000. See if we can get that a little bit higher. Thinking about it now, I was just thinking about some of my current projects. I stated that there's two games that I'm planning on going back to, which is Sims 3 Pets, which is currently on hiatus, and Infamous 1, because I do want to go back and get the platinum for that game. And it is looking like that Assassin's Creed Syndicate may be the next game I complete on this channel. And when that game is done, I'm going to be restarting my starting again my Sims 3 patch series, and resuming is what I should say, my Sims 3 patch series, and if I can, and we're gonna try to get the platinum on that. I got a new 360. I just need to like transfer the DLC over from my old 360 to my new one. Then once I do that, then I should be able to load my save no problem. I will say that if we are unable to recover my save, which I'm hoping is I can still do, I'm planning to still play my save. But if we are unable to recover my save, then I'm gonna be checking beforehand. Then I'm actually going to end the stream. Then I'm actually going to like put that game on an extended hiatus, and I won't come back to that game for a long time, because we literally went through maybe five generations of the main family, and if we lose all of our data, then we will have to do everything again, and I am not willing to do all that. More willing to work on to redo the entire campaign of Infamous 1 after I lost all my save data. Then, because that game is much shorter than Sims 3 Pets than I am in starting over as a game that I spent over 100 hours working on. I swear to God, it's got to be over 100 hours at this point. I get getting very close. I think I am actually over 100 streams in that game. It'd be very close to 100. Not quite as many as this series. I think this is my 75th live stream of Stardew Valley, but it's still long projects, Sims 3 Pets. I guess something that I could do instead is just like speedrun the speedrun the Kind of thing. Speed run the what is it called? Architect achievement, which is what I've been working on. So I've been having like a long series, like 5 generation long series, because I was trying to get the architect achievement. I suppose it could be possible that it could load into uh I suppose it could be possible that I could load into a Gilman household and change things that way. I think we get like 100,000 off of that. I'm actually running a little bit out of time because I just said I was going to end the stream at 3. So we're actually going to go back to our house and we are going to sell the things, go to sleep, because there is something I want to do today before I forget. Which is stop by the Oasis and see if I can buy something from them. I had to wait until 9. This is probably what it means by Oasis, not the desert. I was just sending a text. I got 20 minutes left, 20, really like 20 seconds. You fucking suck. You only had one? I thought I could buy a bunch from you. What the fuck is the point of only buying... Oh shit. This isn't gonna work. I need a lot more than that. Alright, well... There's one thing we can do, fortunately. You can go to, Gold Cavern to get it. Okay, let's go back to the desert. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We're getting a bunch of Omni Geos right off the bat. Probably thanks to our luck stat. It's been a while since we went to Skull Cavern. We haven't really needed to go here. I get the feeling maybe an unlucky day today. possibly a good place to get sap. Because slimes can drop sap. Should probably mine that iron while I'm here. Because we are running low on iron. I think I have all the iron I have in my inventory. Never really had like a good full cavern run. I think the last time we did it was when we got I'm gonna plant a bomb here. I think the last time we had a good run was when we got to floor 100. Luckily, we're not like gonna go too deep into this. Oh, one more here. Okay. How many Omni Geos do I have? I have 16. Enough to get 3 treasure troves for a total of 4. I remember when I was a very much a Stardew Valley noob. I used to be so afraid of these serpents. Like, I went down here one time. Like, the first time I went down here. I remember seeing a serpent, not knowing what the hell it was. It hit me a few times. I think there was a few serpents on the screen that hit me. And it was enough to cause me to, like, nope on down there. I was just so intimidated by... Just so intimidated by serpents. Now I'm just dealing with them like... Deal with them so easily. honestly, like, there's harder versions. Harder versions of the serpent out there. $22, that's enough for 4, for a total of 5. I guess that's enough for what I'm planning on doing. Guess I really need a warp totem. We got 3. Only have 3 sap I got from the slimes. We'll sort the inventory tomorrow. We can't crack these shields yet because I want to get a thing that says I have them. So that's gonna do it for today. As I said, I'm ending it a little bit early today. I was gonna go until 4, but I needed to like do a couple things. I realized I need to do a couple things, and I keep trying to talk to my artist. I want to do that now. So I'm ending the stream at 3 essentially. If you are remotely interested in what I see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be played for 100% completion. I'm going to be streaming Stardew Valley yet again on Tuesdays and Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. As a quick reminder, this Thursday and next Thursday, I will not be streaming Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and I will instead be streaming Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on Saturdays for this week and next week only. Assuming, of course, I don't have another issue with insomnia like what happened last weekend. And I'm going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Syndicate for 100% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. That's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.